Raggedy. What's up, dude? Hello. Dude, I want to know who this guy is. 2958. Salabavio. Eden, what's up? Flo. Hello. How you guys doing? Pelin, hello, hello, hello. Yo. Tired? Oh, man. I feel ya. I feel ya. Dude, on Friday I was, well, even Thursday. Thursday I was quite tired. Working on a new Counter-Strike map. Oh, freaking cool. Yo, Joe, what's up, man? Okay. Maybe I should just dive into this. Let's lower this down. Get some music going for myself. Just ask if 2958 is okay. Lily, what's up? Yo. Yo. Okay. So, first, I want to talk about organization, which I don't know if you guys are very excited about that stuff. When you're building really large environments, let's maybe we'll go to that view. So when you're building really large environments or whole levels, right, you need to be able to organize all of your content. And a lot of people use something like Trello, for example. There's a bunch of different things you can be using, but like for like all of these, there's a bunch of assets, right, and like pieces and all that stuff. And it's like, how the heck do you track all of that? Initially, I was tracking it through Google Sheets, but I think that Google Sheets for some people can be a little daunting, or like it just looks very technical or intense, and you can't really customize it too much as far as like how it's visualized. So I'll show you what the board looks like here. Give me a second. Okay, so here's the board of chaos. So this whole thing tells you like the asset name, if it's been submitted, who the artist is that's working on it, what collection it is part of, as well as like what stage it's in, right? So for me, this is pretty good, but like searching it and like trying to figure out like, okay, quick visibility, there's no pictures on it either, so it gets kind of difficult. And if you try and like change the view to limit like what you're looking at, so it's easier to look at, it's hard to know if you've done that to other people's views as well, right? So I started the, I think it was yesterday, I started the process of converting, look at all these. I started the process of converting all of these to Notion. So if we go to Notion, you can see here. So if we go to like the all view, this looks very similar, right? But now what I can do is also like highlight the status, link to the Miro board location so that you can go and see like where that specific prop is. And then in this view, I've made it so that you can see the specific prop. And I'm still updating all of those as well, right? But this will allow you to go like, okay, what am I looking for? Or like, for example, if you go to all and you go to this view, you can actually search, and then you can search by like office and get the location. Or if it has the word office in it, you can filter by a bunch of different ways, which makes this really easy to sort. So for example, we could filter specifically by location and just say office or warehouse 3 or warehouse 1. So these are all the props that are in warehouse 1, and then see owners and then what stage it's at. So I'm trying to make it a little bit more friendly in that way. And then also we can set up filters. So like, for example, if you needed to see, you always wanted to have a view on general props, for example. So if this view type, we can duplicate this view, and then I can just call it like general. And now we have the general tab here. I'll just move it over here. So we have a general tab, and then I can do the filter and then switch this to like only show props, show it location, and then name ascending. And then maybe we filter by, let's see here, location. That's filter, location, and then we can go like general. And we want to make sure we got prop kits as well. And then we can see if I save this for everyone, now when you go to this general tab, you can see every asset that's in the general list. So this can be really useful if you're just trying to like visualize more so entire, like for example, I have kits. So there's this pipe kit that was made by Sophie. And if you click on it, you can see like the kit pieces and then the names of them as well. This is the vent kit that I blocked out, and you can see it's in blockout state, and then we can change it as we go. The other nice thing is charts. This shows you the status of content. So you can see like, okay, all the office, there's currently 56 props in here. 23 of them have had their first pass on art, 29 are still in blockout, and then 4 of them are actually in progress. So it's very handy for just getting like a view on stuff. Oh, what is this? No location. Oh, it's a blank. That's cool. Nice. We can just delete that. Man, that's this is way easier to visualize what you're looking for. And if I just type in car, you can see we get the cars here. We can type in pipe. We can see the pipe kits that exist, what their name is in the project. Yeah. Let me read the chat really quick. Yo, yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing really well. Had a chill weekend, just being able to focus on stuff and figure out what I want to do with my free time. Let's see what else you guys are saying in chat. Is it not Tila? That's mana, right? Is it better to sell a batch of items or a single item at a time? I would say it's more. So I don't sell content individually, or like sell content online other than like these streams and some educational content. But yeah, Dude, Jamie, thanks for the resub. 22 months. Let's freaking go. Yeah, but my assumption would be it's better to sell kits because the value is higher. The value proposition is higher. So like a collection of assets is probably going to be a better result for everyone. Luan, what's up, dude? Yo. So yeah, that's how I'm kind of organizing all of these. And so you can see there's a bunch of stuff I need to take pictures of and just paste over. But there's some really good content in here. It's just trying to organize all of it so we can get a good feeling and understanding of where it's at. Man, my bot is doing some nice posting for me to let me know who's resubbed. Thank you, Flo. 5 months. Let's go. But yeah, so I will probably close that for now. I have this last pot to work on, and then we can bring it over. I don't think we'll probably finish the high poly if we're lucky by the end of the stream, and call it good from there. How are you guys doing? Did you have a good weekend? Yeah, organizing that stuff even for personal projects can be quite good. And it just gives you a good understanding of what you're looking at. Better visibility on all of your content, if you want to say it like that. Cool. Okay. I need to somehow make this look better. I brought over the handles from the other pottery piece. And I think we have an inside, but I guess I deleted the cap. That's interesting. Yeah. Chill day yesterday. Less chill today. All good though. Yeah, I guess we can only chill so much. Okay, let's take this piece and start figuring out what we do with it. I'm gonna start by subdividing it, maybe 5 times. Interesting response in general chat. Cool. What's going on here? Oh, these are separate. Why did I not know that? Okay, that's actually good to know. I did not realize I had done that. Because this will allow us to do some nice like separation of elements. So if I like split this off, for example, that will allow us to do some things like scaling this out and extruding this up, and then maybe insetting. And then cap. I'll probably inset this one more time, just so we don't get some weird triangulation stuff going on. I don't know if this would benefit us. We'll leave that. And then we can start looking at weighting these edges. There we go. So Shift E allows you to add some weight to these edges, which can be really good for a higher poly version without having to add some extra loops. And if we need to, we can really sharpen them up on other pieces here. Been playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 lately. Dude, the art in that game's pretty sick. Oh, Ian, you were sick this weekend. Yeah, I was sick. What was it, last week? Friday and Monday, or 2 weeks ago? Man, being sick sucks. I don't know why anyone would enjoy being sick. I'm gonna unmark that edge so we don't have that seam that was there. And then we'll go out here and see how we separate this all out. I think I had a Miro board that had some like pottery in it. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, you're feeling better though. Don't recommend it. What do you guys think about the new terrain tool that's coming for Unreal? Was it in 5.8, I think, is when that drops? Here we go. I found them. Okay, let's grab these and see if I can't add them to. Nice. Okay. These ones. Maybe I can put it like here or something. Or maybe we can put it down here. So we're getting like a little bit of a combination of like what's going on with this one, but it's much bigger. I don't think I'm going to try and do any shapes like this because it doesn't really match the rest of the environment we're working on. Oh, I need to watch that what is it, Hail Mary movie? But yeah, the new since you haven't seen it yet, Stalabov, the new terrain system is basically like a voxelized terrain, so you can sculpt into it and through and like dig tunnels. You can go like you can sculpt overhangs. It's quite robust looking. Oh, this is quite interesting too. This is very similar to the other one we made. DEFCON, what's up? Dude, my hair is getting so long. I don't think it's actually been this long before. Like this is the longest length for sure. Oh yeah, if you haven't checked, the I got the brushes out on whatchamacallit, on Patreon. I think this works now. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so on Patreon you can grab these now. If you're tier 2, you already have them. You just download them. But these are all the brushes I've been using to sculpt all the pottery. Okay. This is kind of an interesting. I like that. How would I, maybe I do that up here. Let's see if I can, how I would do that. I think what I would do is bring this up like this, and then extrude those outwards. And we'll just like, let's see. We can crease this part, increase this one. Helps a little bit. Maybe bring this out. And increase this one as well. Something like that. And then we can, I wonder how we would do those. Maybe we just do a Boolean for those. But I like that detail. I mean, maybe I just sculpted too. I don't know. And then there's that edge thing. That's kind of cool. Oh, wow. So it's all broken and stuff. Man, I kind of want to make broken versions of these, but maybe I just need to make some pieces and then call it good. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. I really like this. I wonder if it would be cool to do it out on here. I don't know how we would do it. I'm going to try some things, though. Let's see. I'm going to split this off. I'm going to do some capping and some insetting so that way it's not too messy. And then this piece. Bring this up. And then I guess we need to, let me save this. Because we have the other pottery files. It's not that one. This is, let me see though. Maybe there's something in it. No, it's just the, yeah. Open. Don't save. Pottery. Oh, I wish you had thumbnails. That'd be nice. There's some thumbnails. Is it D? No. E? E. E's the one. Oh yeah, Spacewood, you read the book, right? Dang, I wonder if I lost these. So you can see how this form is like part of the body. I might have lost those. Connectors. Is it those? Connectors. Oh, yeah, cool. Okay, I'm going to just copy these. Dude, look at these goggles. I'm just going to copy those. And then go back to F. And then paste them. And then maybe we'll get rid of one of them. Or one side of them. Oh, there's a mirror going on too. Okay, never mind. Do something like this. Maybe scale it up a little bit. Yeah, so the idea would be to have these join with the mesh, but then flow a little outwards. Let's see if we can't like rotate this a little bit. Nice. And then maybe add a loop there and there. So we can take these and kind of push them out a little bit further. Wonder if that would, it's kind of weird. Okay. Never mind. We'll do this. Well, maybe we'll extend them out a little bit further. Let's see if we can also select. Oh, I fixed all my add-ons as well. That was a little bit of a nightmare. Probably one of the main downsides about getting Blender on Steam is it just auto updates. I mean, you can probably turn that off, but I guess it would do the same for the games as well, right? Cool. Okay, maybe this is working. Let's see if I can grab like this loop here and pull this way. So we have less of a weird form happening. The other thing too is like you can grab these and we can use loop tools and then like relax and give it its roundness back. Be really useful. Okay. Cool. Now we can mirror this. Ooh. Let's save it first though. Right before I almost delete it. Okay. Cool. So these will just get Boolean together and then we'll smooth that out. In properties, you can select which version you want and it will not auto update. Oh, interesting. From game versions. I did not know that. Properties, updates, game versions and betas. Aha. So if I click 5.1, it'll just stay there. That's cool. I did not know about that. So I can actively choose. That's cool. I started playing Death Stranding, the first one, just to like, I want to see their mechanics and understand how that game works. I think it's really interesting. So this one, I'd be curious to see how we sculpt to do this. Like, how would you get that look, you know? Maybe we'll get to that here shortly. Let's see what else we have detail-wise. Dude, look at this one. These are so cool. Palin, thank you for showing me that. Super handy. I'm really enjoying it. It's quite slow, but I can feel it picking up. I'm more interested in like the gameplay mechanics that they have in their game, as I'm just like I'm trying to be more. Like initially, I've been an environment artist like my entire career, right? Environment, props, level art, so visuals. But I've always felt that it's important to really understand the other teams and just be able to interface with them better so that when they're trying to do something or they're asking you to do something that you can understand why they're asking for it, and you're thinking about the game being better, not the art itself, right? Like, for sure, my priorities should be on the art, but at the end of the day, if the game's not fun and isn't interesting to look at, like if the whole package of the game just doesn't resonate, then we're doing something wrong. So I'm just like getting more and more into like the game design side of things and just understanding more games and just playing more games, and yeah. But yeah, it's been really fun so far. I think what I will do is inset these. And then maybe I'll put another one here, really inset it, and then crease it. Let's see if we can get like a interesting profile. It's cool, but maybe too thin. Bring this in. Let's see what else we can do here. It's kind of just like exploring the shapes, you know? Crease that one a little bit. Crease it a bit more. Yeah, that's cool. Nice. And maybe down here, I'll just take this and inset it and bring it out. And then we can crease this, crease these. I don't know, maybe it's weird being so close to the, maybe that one should go. And this one should go. Resonates a little bit more with like these types of details. So design wise, I'm like looking at the thickness of these edges, like how wide this is and how wide this is, and just trying to make sure that they have a certain level of consistency. Like they look like they're being designed the same way, if that makes sense. I bring this out, crease further, and then maybe we don't crease there really that much. It's like designing a little bit here. There's still a bit of a crease here. I think maybe I'll just remove the entire thing. There we go. So maybe the size of that and the size of this one could be similar. It feels weird that the thickest rim would be at the top when everything is so like weighted at the bottom, you know? So maybe that needs to be adjusted. So we take these and just bring them up a bit. Get rid of this loop. And then we can take this one and really push it. Let's see how it does. Oh, we also have the bottom here. Lift it up. Funny. Yeah, that feels a little better. Maybe this edge can be a little bit thicker as well. Like a smaller detail in there. Let's extrude or bevel this. And maybe we can inset and push in there. And just offset this up. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Okay. I am wondering if I should just remove this as its own piece. That way we get a better separation. Just inset this. You can see now we're getting a cleaner split here. And then maybe we can take this whole loop and just raise it. So that way when we're sculpting, we don't have to think about how those interact. Or like sculpt carefully because of the way they're interacting with each other. By them not being connected, it makes it much easier to deal with. Okay. I think we're getting close here. Oh, right. This is capped now. Let's just do this so they don't poke through. Nice. That inside is also quite large. I don't know if I'm gonna need it to be so big. Is that still open? What's going on here? Oh no, I know what that is. It's this. Of course. Let's do that. And then I think we got one more, which is this. Oh, that's where that piece went. That'll do it. So I'm gonna extrude and inset until we see it. Okay. And then same with this one. Extrude and inset. There we go. Just trying to give ourselves some buffer, some space, you know. Wonder if we crease this as well. You get a nice little normal edge from there, maybe. Shift E, and the edge up, and then maybe we can slide it up a little bit and then extrude out, just so we have a little bit of a lip there. Kind of interesting looking. Maybe we can do that lip here as well. You can see that little edge. Just slide it down. Slide this one down. Makes it a little bit more organic. Maybe this one's even deleted. Cool. Nice. Okay. And then same story, I guess, for this one. Let's turn that on. Oh, maybe we can do something like that. There we go. Cool. And we still have the hole under here because I separated it somehow. Okay. Nice. I think the rest can come in the sculpting. I think. Yeah, this is the last one of the whole set. So we have a couple of them. Maybe I can load that up so you can see. I'm looking forward to being done with the pottery stuff. We've been grinding on it for a bit. The only time I work on this stuff is on the stream, so for the most part. Sometimes I feel a little funny continuously going, okay, working on pottery. And then next stream, okay, working on pottery. It's like, come on, dude. All right, so let's save, and we'll start. We're gonna start converting some stuff. So we have the high poly handles already. We're gonna join these together. Oh, that's not working at all. Hang on here. Oh, because there's mirroring on this. Okay. Let's join them together now. And then we can call this like body. We'll put ref in the front so that we know it's like the backup. So then we dupe it, and then we can go through and actually convert this to a mesh. So this one's all. Is this one closed? It is not. Okay, it's about to be. Because what we want is to be able to. Or no, it is. It is. But what we don't have is this inner core thing having any thickness. Dang, we need to do that before we. Let me just do this. We got to split it off real quick and add like a solidify. Can I not? There we go. And just give it a little bit of thickness. Right. Oh, it even retains the creasing. Oh, that's cool. It like extrudes the creasing that I add on the mesh. Okay, so now we can join these again. And now we have our ref. And then we can change this to like high poly. Okay, so let's unhide everything. We'll go to the high poly, and then let's go to the sculpting. And we'll just remesh this one. Maybe something like that. Let's see how it looks. This might be too high poly as well. It's probably exploding right now. Maybe while that's going, we can look here. Okay, so here's some of the pots, right? Wow, that is bloomy. Yeah, so these are some of the pottery pieces. There's some cups and some bowls and stuff. And then we have these three shapes. I think there's one other one. Yeah, I think over here you'll be able to see them. Yeah, we have this big one here. And then we just need to replace this one. And then we'll be good. Let's see how Blender's doing. It's still thinking. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. But yeah, as we've been making them, we're just kind of placing them around the environment just to kind of fill it up and give you a little bit more scale. So you can understand the scale of things. I think if I go to the construction level, Oh man, I might have killed this. That construction level, you can see we're just placing them here as we go. But you can see the scale is very... like, you don't see it initially. So I need to... needed to add some other elements that help you understand the scale a bit more. And maybe even those cups are a bit too big in the bowls. Maybe those need to be scaled down. Yeah, Blender might have died. Cool. Man, I was really happy with Resident Evil Requiem. I don't know if any of you guys got a chance to play it. It's awesome. Okay, I might need to kill this. Went too high poly. Nope. Okay, hang on here. Just gonna go to this camera real quick while I kill everything. I don't want you to see the violence. Force closing Blender. Man, that's really cool that you can set Blender to a specific version. That's really useful. I had no idea that existed. It even puts the version name next to it as well now, so very handy. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is right before we merge these. So I'm gonna join this. Oh, hang on here. Mirror accept. Need to solidify this. Join, save, ref, duplicate, poly. Oh, right. This needs to be like body. I'm going to move these into the backup asset group as well. And then we'll move these into the high poly. Handles, high poly. I'm like, how should I deal with this? So can I just bring it down here? So I don't want to solidify this one. We're grabbing the wrong... Whoa, I'm like super confused. Is it this one? Yes. Dude, wild. Okay. Maybe Solidify would have been better. I was wrong. I was so wrong. Oh, Madu. Madu's going wild. Maybe I just need to... Let me think here. Okay, I will do Solidify, and then we'll just accept our fate. Maybe I can solidify it to the point where... Nope. Let's go down in subdivisions. Just so they meet. So this should close up now. And then let's just make sure that none of this is popping through. 5. Nope, everything looks okay. Cool. Oh, way quicker to see the bugs too because you can change the versions quickly. Yes, definitely. Yeah, that's cool. So you can switch between the versions. I guess Steam is retaining the versions on your computer then, right? Oh, this is looking funny. Oh, I know why. Because this edge is not fully weighted. If I accept this now. Okay, now it's better. Except it's so not what we want. Let's bring that out. Okay. That works for me. Bring this down. Yeah. All this mesh prep, man. It's a lot, but it's so worth it. It's very worth it. Cool. Okay, save. We have this. We have the handle. We have this base piece, which these... I guess we're gonna... what is this? Ref underscore, and then I think we're gonna call this like base A, and this one will be base B, and then top A, top B. Nice. Okay, so those are all accounted for. Top B. Didn't I name you? Nice. All right, cool. We'll take all these, we'll dupe them, move the dupes into the high poly, and then we'll move these into the backup. And then rename. Oh, and we got to get rid of the... Yes. There we go. Okay. We're in business. Use 4.5 personally. Yeah, I mean, that one's quite stable, right? Is the one that's out now, the 5.1, is that an LTS or was 5 an LTS? Because it's usually good to sit with an LTS. So they're supported with like bug fixing, but they don't introduce new features to them. but they get all the bug fixing until the next LTS, which is a long-term service. Also, I don't know if you guys heard about the Super Hive thing that was going on. They clarified it recently. So Super Hive, I think it's called Super Hive. I always forget. Super Hive Market. They do like Blender. It's like a Blender add-on marketplace. They recently announced a change that freaked people out. But when they clarified it, it makes a whole lot more sense. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? All right, let's save, right? Yeah. So basically, the thing that they introduced was basically a support service where, like, the way they presented it was you have access to your add-ons until they're no longer supported, and then you have to pay to support them again. And everyone was like, "What the hell? That sounds crazy." But the reality is they just said it not very well. So basically, if I grab ZenUV and they release updates, I get those updates, right? And then when they update to a new version they want you to pay for, so like it's a big enough version upgrade, the new feature that SuperHive is introducing allows for the developer, so that let's say the person who's doing ZenUV, it allows them to stop you getting updates past the new version, right? So you'd have to pay to get the new version. You do not lose access to the version you've paid for. And so a lot of people were thinking that like they were gating the versions in the future, but it's actually just giving more clarity and financial stability to the people who are making a living doing add-ons. So I think it makes more sense, but only 4.5 is LTS right now. Aha, that's good to know. Okay. Let's see if how this looks. Oh, I know why it's crashing. There's a freaking subdivision on this. I'm subdividing it or dynameshing it, and then it's subdividing it 5 times. That's why it maybe it should give you a warning if that's about to happen. Because this is definitely not going to get through. Oh, that's so funny. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Uh-oh. I was like, oh, did my computer just freeze? I had a huge encoding error just now. I think we're back. It was like, what are you doing? Ah. So 4.5 is the only LTS right now, or the most recent LTS. That is really good to know. No, that makes sense. Okay, we're gonna accept the subdivision now. And now sculpt. And then subdivide this. Let's confirm that this is gonna not explode. Nice. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go down even further. Well, let's make sure rotation scale are all reset. And we'll go down. Let's try this. There it is. Nice. We don't really care about the inside there because you don't really see it, but this area here, that's the part I want to soften. Oh. It just becomes this natural flow. Nice and soft. There we go. Cool. Then we can bring the handles in, right? Cool. That's feeling pretty good. Cool, which is very similar to the previous one. Okay, now the next part. How do we get this look? I wonder how interesting it would be too if it was like sculpted around these. Like something like this. That could be interesting. The new array feature looks very useful. Yeah, the array modifier is super nice. I love how interactive it is. Like, I look forward to a future of like more of that. So like if you have this, right, and then we add the array. So there's legacy, but then there's the array. So the array is actually like interactive, which is really cool. And you can do like scaling. And it can be like over time. There's also like you can do circle arrays now, and then you can move these. I'm like, dude, that's so. Look at this. That's so nice. So useful. And there's a. You can do like distance instead of count. Yeah, really handy. So the one thing I think they're still missing in their sculpting tools is they don't have layers, which is quite scary. Let's see if we can. So my question is, can I? This is inwards. There we go. So if we did this, and then I'll just be sloppy with it. It's fine. And then flow out. Like, see, when we smooth it, it might not matter all that much. Stuff like this. This could be cool. Of course, the diameter of these is changing depending on the zoom I'm at. I can probably turn that off, but I'm gonna just accept the weirdness of it. Maybe the strength of this goes way down. I want to see what this looks like. So we're just gonna act like this is how it's gonna be, and I'm gonna smooth it after. It's like risky, but whatever. And then this one, maybe turn this up. Maybe this one would go around and under, and then this just kind of smooths out as it goes. Quite interesting. You can see because I'm so far away, it's getting narrower. This would require a lot of planning, I think, if I wanted to do this proper. Dude, with a mouse too. Because we're crazy. We just keep going around. Not like a closed loop. Yeah, to use a mouse for everything, dude. Yeah, man. These imperfections could be interesting. So I'm doing this and maybe completely restarting here in a second, but I want to see what it looks like. I think there's one more loop I need to do here. Yeah, so your brother does this stuff as well? Is that what I'm understanding? Dude, it kind of looks like Beehive vibes. A little bit. Cool. Okay, let's say that was... that's quite interesting. I wonder if you... We didn't do the rings on this part. Lower this. Do that. Hmm. I don't know. What do you guys think? Kind of interesting. There's some imperfectness to it, which is kind of interesting as well. Especially if we like use this brush to like soften or hammer down some of these details. And then I wonder if you chip these like little corners here. Let's turn this up. That's interesting. Another benefit why you want to split these is because it allows you to do these types of details without trying to dance around the edge and be careful. Hey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, to the ref, I'm doing it inverted for sure. Yeah. Like these are going inwards and these are outwards, which is why this kind of looks more like a beehive. I wonder if I did this now. Yeah, the other issue is the brush I'm using is a different curve to this. Like this one should be more rounded, like a scoop, whereas mine's more of like a chisel. Kind of interesting. I don't know. I am not sure yet. Wonder how this looks with the cavity on. Hmm. I like these like little chipped feeling on the edges. I've always been guilty of liking that detail though. Yeah, I wonder how this will look in the end here. Kind of interesting. Not okay. Let me think here. So I'm gonna save this. There's the stone stamping we can do to kind of give us that look. We invert it. If I go further back, there's also the pores we can add. Maybe I just do that at like a really big level. Dude, it's so funny. I was making this pore brush, like the porous brush, and like this height map that you're seeing. I just painted it. I just painted it in whatchamacallit, in Affinity. Yeah, these are my own brushes. We made them over the last couple streams. Okay. Just looking at it from like far away. Yeah, it's on Patreon. There you go. Okay, let's keep moving, and then I'll come back to it if we need to. So I'll just accept this, and then we'll subdivide this one as well. Interesting. I wonder if I do something like that. I just kind of making this up as I go because it's more fun that way. Just kind of designing while we're going. Is it this one that I need to? No. I always get these mixed up. Yeah. It's Z, no? Yes. Cool. Let's put this up to like 13. Good number. Oh. Where's the pivot of this thing? Okay, pivot's in the center. Let's rotation scale. Let's make sure that's all locked up. Let's go up to 20 so we can see. Huh. We can definitely do that detail I was looking at before, though. Let's center it up like this. Yeah, you see it's offset. That's weird. It must be the mesh is like not perfectly set up. I'm like, how? Yeah, see? It's like kind of off. That's so funny. We'll just eyeball it. I'm looking at this square and this square. We'll see how this does. Ooh, a little better. Little better. That's kind of cool. We can get a little bit organic with it too. Let's grab. We'll turn the radial off. Like, how would I? Yeah, something like. That's too weird. Okay, let's go back here, put this to 20, and then we'll just smooth out this top here. Wonder if I can stretch it a little bit. No, we'll just keep going here. Maybe I can chip this away to even it out a little bit. It's quite interesting with the these details because the more you can get a logical interaction between them, the more it starts to feel correct, even if it's strange. So like, for example, if this were to build up here instead, like if we were to use the inflate here and just sculpt these up a little, and just in these crevices, it starts to feel like there's buildup, which could be interesting, and starts to make it feel a little bit more connected. It's the same with like if you're doing teeth or like horns and stuff on characters. Like when I was sculpting the Hydralisk from like way back in the day, that's how you get that look. If you have like a, let me think here. Oh, I want to explore this really fast. Okay, I'm gonna just do it. Hang on. Actually, not that one. So if you're to have like a, is it an icosphere? Maybe I can do it with this one. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so if we had this sphere, right? I'm gonna just duplicate it as well, and then scale it down. What do you think here? So if I, dude, this stuff's really fun to do. Like, say this is like a tooth, right? And then you have this piece here. It's all about like that layering on around to give you the logical like volume for how things connect. So if we just build this up, maybe I'll do it with this one a little bit more organic. You can see I'm just kind of layering it on in these strokes. So you get these natural creases in the surface. And then if we go back to the tooth and we do some like sculpting on here where we, is this one maybe? No, what's this one? Yeah, so if you do this one, maybe a little lower strength. And we do some of these types of lines, right? These are like crease lines in the tooth itself, or fang, or whatever you want to call it. The other nice thing to do is invert it and pull these out. And smooth that out as well if you need to. So I'm doing invert and then forward, invert, invert, forward. We smooth all this out. Then we can do like the trim smooth to get some like really chiseled look. They like lower the strength of this. Just really do this stuff here. But from these creases, now this is where the like the cool feeling comes in. So the buildup, right? If we go in and switch to the gums, you build these up around these like little inset spots, and it instantly starts to feel connected. And then, you know, with like stylized creature design, they tend to be this really like, how do you describe that? I'll show you. The creasing that happens in the skin, it's kind of like flaps. You get a little bit of it with this, like I was shown earlier. But you can do stuff like loop around and do this type of creasing. The other thing is, remember, this is all happening under the skin. So you can do the inverted effect on the skin, and that'll give you this feeling of like it happening under. Do you know what I mean? So like this line here, having that follow there and then crease down. So you're mirroring the same thing. Then we smooth this all out. And then now you start getting this like this logical connection between the skin and in the mouth or in the tooth. And it's funny because it's so soft looking, but it does the trick. And it's just enough. Like, and of course with some expertise, like actually knowing how to sculpt this stuff, you can get those details to really like read. Like this side, it's really starting to happen. And then the inflating is really nice for these spots here. Like maybe you want to inflate this spot. So it kind of gets this like puffiness to it. And you can do the inflating along the path from that inset. Anyways, this is kind of how I would approach this type of stuff. And I do it even if it's not a character, because it's just how the elements interact with each other. I'm not a character artist, so you know, it's just what I've seen in other pieces and how they're doing it, and I'm like, huh, I need to make sure I imitate that to some degree. Yeah, it's just building rules for yourself and like making it work. Clarence, what's up? Lol. Why is it chisel instead of chisel? Because I chose for it to be spelled that way. It's like why dynasty is spelled wrong. It's a good question though. Yeah, anyways, stuff. So I'm taking the kind of same thought process around this edge here. Chisel. Maybe I'll say it like this. It's called chisel. Chisel. The offset from earlier was funny. I'm glad I can make you laugh. Yeah, where it was just like, why is it like, ugh, gross. Fievel movies? Oh man, Fievel Goes West, bro. Bringing it back. I don't know what to do with this piece. That's for sure. This one. I think this needs to be brought down a little bit though. Like curve-wise, it felt strange. Okay. I don't know about this piece. Also, this edge is feeling weird now. Like it's really like high detail more than the other areas. Maybe it's better to get rid of that part, or maybe like take all of this and move it. Maybe not down. We move this up, scale it out. Just kind of like trying to. We can crease this one. Nah, it's not working, man. Maybe I can remove these. Crease this one. There. I think that's a little better. It's like distracting too much. Just back it up again real quick. Just thinking. Since you're an art director, I imagine you gain a broader understanding of all the different arts, like character art. I kind of, but I wouldn't say that. Like if you were reaching out to me and going like, "Hey, can you review this stuff?" I'd tell you that I'm not. If there's another art director that's more character related, I'd point you to them instead. You know what I mean? It's just going to be better that way, I think. But I would say in a pinch, like I can highlight things, but my understanding of anatomy is not great. I have some pretty good anatomy books here now, so I can kind of point to those. But yeah, it's not perfect. That's not my professional space. I think I need this like grab brush. I think this will help us like lift these weird spots. You can see it's like really inflated in some areas, which I think might also be because this is not perfectly centered or whatnot. Oh no, it's doing pretty. Yeah, no, it's okay. Weird. Okay, let's move to this top piece. Although I have no idea what I want to do here. Maybe. Okay, so we got the thing, the subdivision set. Let's try this. Okay, what if we did like... Maybe if I did the chisel line straight like that and then smooth this. I wonder what that looks like. 20 is probably too high, but all good. Something like... Do you see? It's everything is offset by a little bit, I think, which is so funny. I did not catch any of that. Oh, I can see it from up here. Oh, I don't like it. Oh man, I don't like it. Oh, it's so bad. We can laugh again. It's okay. Let's see here. Whoops. Oh no, indeed. Oh no. I feel it. I feel the oh no. Um Okay, it's a little better now. But oh, that's rough. I'll be fine. Just gonna rotate this so we have the indent on like a bit of a 90. Oh man, it's brutal. Brutes. Yeah, we're you can see how it's like bulged up here from the side too. I think that's because of the stone brush. Accepting. Accepting it. Accept thy fate. Wonder if I can go to here and then do another one there. Smooth that out. No. Just exploring here. Let's try going all the way from the bottom. Oh, okay. That might be okay. I can accept this. It's not a mess, I swear. Hmm. Hmm. You're back here. That feels too different from the rest of the environment. Okay. We leave it. We leave it. It's fine. We'll save this. We'll turn the was it the mirroring off? Maybe we'll put some of this in there. We'll go inwards this time. And then from that, yeah, dude, you can see how much that dents into it. Then from that, we can follow these lines and kind of push it a little bit further in. This piece up top is kind of low poly. Let's bring this down a little bit. Yeah, that should help a little. Cool. No, but I think we were talking about art direction just a little bit ago, and like some of the powers of, oh, because I've been doing this for a while, maybe I know some stuff. I think it's just pure experience, or like riding through years of mistakes instead of a few years of mistakes. You learn from all these mistakes, and it's those are the things that you consider experience. It's not how well or how not well you did on something. It's that you did something, and all of that stuff kind of totals up to this like this amount of experience from those experiences, if that makes sense. Sure, I'm not sure on this top piece. It doesn't really feel right. Kind of cool though. It just doesn't. I'm not sure about it. Still feels really low poly too. I'm gonna just turn this up more. Like a little res in the sculpt, you know? Right, and you can see it, because we've scooped that away, we probably should go into this piece and do some damage here. Oh, we're not even smoothing this thing. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's much more interesting. Maybe even here we do it. That's kind of interesting. What would you say are the biggest things you've learned since becoming an art director? I mean, I haven't even, it's not even been that long. I think I've been an art director for almost a year now. And I'm an associate art director, so not even full on. So it's a lot of learning going on right now. But it's more about like organization and communication. Those two things are pushed even further. And then how do you communicate like a consistent visual to everyone in a way where everyone can align and know that's the direction to go, right? So no matter the person you've talked to, that they understand in the way that you presented the information, that way they're all heading in that direction. I don't know if that makes sense or is clear. This is kind of interesting. Okay, well, I mean, I'm digging the look of this. I don't know if it'll fit in because style wise, it's starting to go a little bit away from the Shadow of the Colossus shape language, but it's all right. We'll just ride the wave, you know. See how it looks. So we're doing a lot of exploring as well. Just chip away at this a little bit. Don't want it to get too unique, because then you'll see that and it'll just be like the same look. You'll see it everywhere when you dupe it around. Oh, that's interesting. Inverting the like this. Like explaining what that is kind of weird. Like how do you explain that? It's cool looking. I don't know how you explain it though. But I mean, as I go, that's one of my favorite things about me streaming and stuff is like as I go with this, the learnings, I'll be talking about it on stream and whatnot. I need the stroke to be non-stabilized. There we go. I can just kind of. Turn this up. Oh, that's some damage. That's getting too noisy. I think I'll leave it at that. But I think the main things that I kind of react to these days are just making sure that stuff looks consistent and nothing really sticks out. It's not really necessarily about the quality of individual assets, but the overall image and making sure that everything just kind of feels right. God, this is a weird pottery piece. How much do you actually explain that versus showing the art direction either? So you do it through documentation, like slides. This is what you do. This is the look we're going for. This is what you don't do. This is what we avoid. And you have clear examples of that. And I actually myself, I was doing this already as a lead. Is I think it's good to, like, say we need to prop an area, and it has a specific theme. It's like how do you show that theme, and I can explain it, and I can grab concepts from the concept team that I've directed to get that concept to show them that. But even more so, if I go, these are the props that I'm using, and I've propped a corner that kind of matches the theme that we're kind of aiming for. This is the visual density. This is the kind of shape language. These are the types of props I'm using. And from that, a good artist can take that and extrapolate it into like turning entire missions or parts of quests into that look, right? Yeah. So I think it's more about, for me, I like showing it and giving examples that are relatable to accompany the documentation that you can look at and understand, because people will understand information differently. So documentation and examples are probably the best way. And then if you're doing feedback with the teams, right? Let's say there's a bunch of artists on the team, and the art director goes around once a week or once every 2 weeks, and we all sit down and we just look at what you guys have been doing. It's kind of like a show and tell. And then from that show and tell, you can react to the things that are heading not in the right direction but are close, and then really highlight the stuff that's working really well and tell them why it's working well. And everyone sees that, it further aligns them, that it just kind of naturally flows at the end if you go that route. Okay, we didn't finish sculpting this, but we're close. Flo, does that answer your question? There's like nothing going on the inside here. Maybe I should. The UVs on the inside of this are going to be much lower res than anything. They'll probably be like 20% less because you're just not going to see it. Maybe 30% less UV space. But getting something in there could be good. There we go. Call it good there. Yeah, no problem. It's a learning experience for sure, though. Like, I'm learning stuff every day. It's probably one of the things I like about working at Massive now, or have been liking working there. It's like 12 years in like a month. I've never stopped learning there. I'm always being encouraged to push a little bit further or try things. And that's, you're just going to learn things because of it. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Why? Oh, I see. I need to, no. I need to close this somehow. Okay, maybe that'll do it. You're envious, Raggedy. I mean, it's not all sunshine for sure. All I can do is make sure that the people that I work with around me are happy, that I'm happy, and we just do our job to the best of our ability. Anything else outside of that it gets difficult because you don't have direct control over it, There's one way to burn yourself out is try and control things that you have no control over. It's difficult. Dude, this mouse sculpting those. I don't know if you guys can hear me clicking furiously. man, there's like a cut here that looks interesting. Maybe I just go down like this. Smooth that out. Can I just... Too strong. I don't know. Maybe that's a little extreme. Whoa. We'll just lower this. It is 10:03. We got to get out of here. I appreciate you guys hanging out. And some really interesting questions and comments and stuff. If you guys want these brushes, just remember they're on Patreon. And it's in the tier 2 of Patreon. But that means you also get access to all of the VODs over the last like 5 years of streaming. There's a bunch there. There's a bunch there. Oh, I think what I want to do in here is like this type of inverting of the brush. And just like add some of this imperfectness in the inner edge here. Because like there's going to be information there in the normal. Might as well make it interesting. It's kind of like almost like welding lines. Just a little break up there. Okay. We'll stop for now. We will stop for now. All right. All right. Get the music going here. Cool. Okay, guys. That was fun. We got some nice progress. We're almost done with this piece. We can move on. And then I think after this, we'll probably focus on camera angles and lighting for a little while. And then from there, start getting some renders, hopefully. And fine-tune some shots, depending on like how the shots are looking, if there's not enough information in them or detail. Work on composition and whatnot. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. But, all right. I'm going to get out of here. I will see you guys later. Thank you again for hanging out. And I'll see you on Discord or I'll see you Thursday. See you guys. Bye.